In Lawrence, Kansas, the house that Fog Allen built. A native of Missouri, but a longtime coach of the Jayhawks. Tonight, their fans in full throat. A sellout crowd to watch the #2 team in the country. 16,300 on hand. And Lawrence, Kansas at Allen Fieldhouse. It's a #2 team in the land at 17-2 against the #24 Missouri Tigers as Big Monday presented by Bud Light continues, and the border war has great significance as it does every year. Kansas, the only team with an unblemished record at 6-0. Missouri can move closer to the top should they be able to pull an upset tonight on the road. Hi again, everybody. I'm Brad Nessler with Dick Vitale, and this is the place to be in college hoops tonight. Missouri struggled a little bit. They got back on track over the weekend, and since the loss to UCLA, Kansas back on a 4-game roll.
Well, you look at this Kansas basketball team. It's one of my favorite teams. They have great balance. Gooden and Collison, the best 1-2 punch on a baseline. Kirk Heinrich, so underrated. 6 consecutive years, they've been unblemished in the Big 12. And then they got their first loss. It was to Missouri. But the games were with the Antlers, and they were in Columbia. Today, it's Rock Chalk Jayhawk, and the Fog Fanatics are ready to rock and roll.
Here's the lineups for Quinn Snyder and Roy Williams, Gilbert, Rush, Paulding, Bryant, and Johnson for Missouri. For Kansas, Miles, Boschee, Heinrich in a 3-guard offense with the aforementioned Gooden and Collison. Oh, boy. It's already warm in here.
You can feel it, Mr. Nessler. You can feel it.
It's the 244th meeting of these longtime rivals.
The border war, Mr. Nessler. Heinrich's going to guard Rush. Heinrich's so underrated defensively.
John Clockerty's got it in hand. These teams have split, as Dick said, over the last 6 years. Last year, each team winning at home.
Roy Williams, right now, 2-2 with Mr. Snyder.
We're underway. And Missouri into the front court. Clarence Gilbert, who 5 games ago switched to that point guard spot.
That's the one real Achilles heel for them. Consistent play out on the perimeter at the point guard slot.
Bryant had it tipped away momentarily by Gooden.
Kansas good, tough man-to-man defense, Brad.
They have to bring it back out on top and reset with 10 on the shot clock. Miles all over Gilbert.
Miles, good athlete, former football star as well as basketball.
Rush is going to have to rush one from the baseline. At least he got the iron, but Kansas clears it, and here comes Miles on the run. All the way and swatted out of there. Beautiful block by Paulding.
Ricky Paulding, an outstanding athlete. He's from out of the Motor City in Detroit. Very talented Missouri team. They started the year 9-0.
They worked their way up to the #3 spot in the coaches' ESPN USA Today poll.
Overrated at that time.
You told me that when it was happening, and you were right. Here's Paulding on the backside. So after he gets the block, he gets the rebound and the stick back.
He's an inside-outside player, really talented player.
Gooden in close. Got it.
Big timer. Double-doubles consistently. The best power forward in America making a run for National Player of the Year honors.
So much talked about with Kareem Rush as probably being the preseason Big 12 Player of the Year, but it's Gooden who is the guy right now that's in the driver's seat in that capacity. Long 3, and it goes for Gilbert.
I'll tell you, Gilbert can shoot the 3. That's 276 now in his career. Boschee has 278. The record, 279.
Probably see it fall tonight.
Randy Rutherford played at Oklahoma State.
Inside. Nice strong move, and that's what they've got, as Dick said. Collison inside to go with Gooden.
Inside, outside, he shoots 60%. A great tandem, very tough to match up. Well, you can feel the intensity here.
2 minutes in, and it's 5-4 Missouri. Low block. Here's Johnson with a hook. Rebound comes off to Boschee on the run.
Johnson's had some monster games this year.
Heinrich pull-up jumper.
He is big time. I love Kirk Heinrich. He can shoot the jumper. He was a record holder last year shooting the 3, and he defends, and he's Mr. Clutch, and they love him in Jayhawk land.
Kansas' first lead comes 2.5 minutes into the ballgame.
Missouri, very talented team, and a lot of young people out there with Paulding and Johnson.
There's a kick out for 3. This one rims out. Kept alive, though, inside. And Johnson's become really a force, or soon to be, Dick, I think, the way he plays in there.
He had 23 and 15 against Kansas State on the road.
Here's Miles with a runner. The kick out. Heinrich will try a 3. In.
He can shoot it. I'll tell you one thing. I didn't see him miss one in practice. He was focused, baby. He was focused.
Second bucket of the night for Heinrich. And it's Kansas by a deuce.
I'll tell you, this Kansas team really defends. Marty Blake told me before the game from the NBA scouts that he thinks it's the most talented team in the country.
Gooden rejected. Heinrich. The give to Gooden inside. Got it.
That's just unselfish basketball. He better get a TO, baby. He better get a timeout. Quinn Snyder better get a timeout. They are rocking here. Oh, they are ready. Jayhawk land.
Kansas was down 3, 5-2, and then they went on a tear. They lead by 4. Look at this rejection by Gooden.
Look at Gooden coming from the weak side. There's the rejection, Brad. And then they know how to convert. They do a great job in transition. As a look at Gooden, he's the trailer in their transition game. Heinrich could have shot that ball, but he gave it up.
Michelle Tafoya is the third part of our group tonight. Michelle, Dick mentioned Marty Blake. He's not the only NBA scout here.
No, that's right. A big interested party. About 20 NBA scouts, Brad, and I'm told that's a new Allen Fieldhouse record, and they even had to set up extra tables for these guys. I talked to a number of them before the game. They gave me 3 main reasons why they're here. They said the abundance of talent on the floor tonight, a lot of these quality players for the upcoming draft. And they said they're going to watch the young talent, the players that'll be in the future draft. And the third thing, they expect a high level of play, and they want to see how these guys compete on that level, Brad.
And this is the highest level in this conference, and Marty Blake's never been here before. Can you believe that? The guy's been working for the NBA for 150 years. He said, I've never been to Lawrence, Kansas. I said, where have you been?
I know. He told me he was on a plane with you flying in. Talk to me about that. I can't believe they have the 4th reason. I shot the jumper before the game. They didn't like my release.
They're worried about your vision. Inside, the kick out to Paulding. The 3 rimmed out, and Gooden's got the board. And quickly, the outlet to Miles again.
I'll tell you, Collison and Gooden really get up and down the floor quickly.
Gooden, the shot fake and the drive.
Big time. He's having a monster year. Rebounding, scoring from out of California. California's been good to this Kansas program.
Have they ever? The Jacques Vaughns, the
Paul Pierce,
who's great in the NBA. Rush finally gets his hands on only his 2nd time he's touched it, and Kareem knocks down a 3.
I was teasing Gooden today. I said, why did you motivate Rush? You ready for this? Rush was in a real slump. He called up his buddy Gooden. Gooden told him, you got to relax. You just got to do your thing. And he said from that moment, he started hitting.
They actually became buddies over the summer. Gooden is on fire.
He's putting a show on national TV. He wants America to know that he's one of the premier players in the land. If I pick my top 5 now, he's in it, Brad. There's no doubt he's one of the 5 premier players in America.
Off to an 8-point start in the first 4.5 minutes.
There's Quinn Snyder, former Tukey.
Quinn knows it's TV timeout time. 15:31. He could use the break because number 0 has already put up 8.
Professor who wanted to cheer for his science club. It was originally Rah-Rah Jayhawk, but a few years later an English professor suggested Rock Chalk because it rhymed with Jayhawk and it symbolized the chalky limestone formations found in these parts. It survived all these years, Brad, and Teddy Roosevelt called it the best cheer he ever heard.
I tell you what, I'm glad they changed it to make it rhyme because it sounded funny the old way.
Rock Chalk Jayhawk. Teddy Roosevelt, wow.
5-point Kansas lead. Missouri trying to cut into it, and they do, and that's a second 3 for Gilbert.
He can get really hot. He's a very streaky shooter.
On the other end, block shot. And a whistle and a foul inside.
Clarence Gilbert trying to make the rotation to the point guard slot. Really is what we call a combination guard. He's thinking shot, as you can see here, and that's the reason why. From out of Fort Lauderdale, played with Keon Dooling, now in the NBA.
His 63rd three-pointer of the season, as Dick said. Now he's got 277 in his brilliant career as an outside shooter. That was not a foul, by the way, on Johnson. It was a clean block shot. Here's a clean steal. Good.
Oh, what a monster jam. Dipsy-doo, Dunkaroo. The 5 fanatics love Mr. Gooden, and that's not quite Gooden with a 95-mile-an-hour fastball.
That was a 120-mile-an-hour flush job.
That's a flush job, baby.
10 points for Gooden. He's on pace for a huge night. Here's the give inside. Nice look by Stokes. Trayvon Bryant with a score. And quickly in transition, Kansas scores again. Boshi's first field goal.
Lack of communication. Quinn Snyder's going to be upset with their defensive transition. Stokes started the year at the point guard slot, and they felt he wasn't defending well enough, and they put him to the bench, and hoping that he brings some energy from the bench.
Here's Gilbert, who's a lot better shooter out there as well.
Well, it frees him to think about scoring now with Stokes on the floor. I love Stokes' hairdo. I like anybody's hairdo with your ball like I am.
Just over 6 minutes in, Brad Nessler, Dick Vitale, Michelle Tafoya in Lawrence, Kansas. Great drive, and it's been quite an opening here for Gilbert.
I'll tell you one thing, he's improving in terms of the evaluations of the NBA people.
Collison in low. Trying to find a handle. Down deep, double teamed. Possession arrow is going to stay with Kansas.
You're going to take a look at Goodin right now. Good anticipation. There's the deflection. And then he creates a steal, takes a look back, and there's the one-handed power dunk.
That was the first turnover of the ball game, and it turned into a quick deuce. 10 points, 5 for 5, and 3 boards. Not a bad start, huh?
Not a bad start at all. I'll tell you one thing. You talk about Goodin, and you think about the great players. Obviously, Jason Williams, Mike Dunleavy. You think certainly about Steve Logan having a great year for Cincinnati. David West at Xavier.
Outside jumper by Boshi won't go, and it's Stokes who tracks it down to the corner. Chance for Missouri to tie.
They're going to get some touches to the big guy inside, Mr. Johnson.
Kareem Rush has only touched it 3 times. Here's his 3rd time, and he drops in a triple. Nope, it's just inside the line. That ties it.
Well, he's got great range as a shooter. He was preseason choice on everybody's All-American team, but he went through a real slump. In fact, there 3 losses. He shot really poorly in those 3 games. He was
Iowa, Illinois, and DePaul. He was awful.
He was 15 for 51.
There's goaltending on Johnson, and that means Gooden's got a dozen, and he's perfect.
You take a look at Kareem Rush. You can't teach this. I mean, he's got a hand right in his face. Roy Williams told me that today. He said, we can play him tough. I mean, you can't play him any tougher than that. And he still knocks it down.
Just had his foot on the line, too. It would have been a 3.
They lost those 3 in a row after jumping out 9-zip. Got thrashed big time by Iowa at home. Luke Recker had 31 in that game.
Trying to get a backdoor cut. It's stolen away by Simeon.
Simeon's a good-looking diaper dandy. He had arthroscopic knee surgery earlier this year.
Stokes and Gooden go to the floor, and this possession error will be Missouri's.
Simeon's going to be a real quality inside player. His debut, he went for 10 and 11, a double-double against Wake Forest.
That's Kansas' first turnover. Missouri had a season-low 6 turnovers in their win over the weekend against Kansas State. So they have taken care of the ball better in the last couple of ball games.
They're a talented team. They're going to win a lot of basketball games. There's no question when you look at that club. It's just whether or not they're good enough to beat the upper echelon teams.
Rush missed the shot. Quinn Snyder looking on. He's in his 3rd season as a head coach in Missouri.
You know, he's brought a lot of energy. He's done a great job recruiting, a lot of excitement, but expectations got carried away. They got to be patient and understand it's going to take a little while to get where Quinn wants to get.
Quinn won 18 his first year, then 20 and 13 last season.
Lost a tough game to Duke in the NCAA tournament.
Stokes got in too deep. But here's Rush. Rebound is Kansas, and gonna have a foul as Miles picked up the loose ball, and then he was fouled.
See, Kareem Rush has got to do a better job of utilizing screens in terms of taking advantage of his great talent and his ability. And what he's got to do more of, rather than wanting to look and shoot the jump shot, attack the basket, because he can get to the basket. He's got good ball handling skills. He's an unbelievable talent, and I love his ability.
A little bit of that problem that Tayshaun Prince has at Kentucky sometimes. They get too comfortable way out there by the 3-point line when they've got the body to go inside. 11:54 to go first half. Great ball game brewing early. 21-19 Kansas. Kansas ranked 24th. They were as high as 3rd, and as Dick said, expectations have been so high on Quinn Snyder's team. He talked with us about it.
Dealing with expectations was challenging for us. We didn't see ourselves through my eyes as the coach. We saw ourselves through, you know, the guy at the drive-thru's eyes, or the media's eyes, or the TV, and those are stories. You know, they're going to be written no matter what, and they'll build you up, and they'll just surely tear you down. And we lost a couple games in a row. and didn't play well. But I think we've needed to go through some of that to get where we're going.
Where they're going right now is down the list in the top 25. But remember, they have won now 6 of their last 8, so they're starting to put it back together.
Yeah, they really are. And you know, Brad, you got to understand, they started off beating Alabama and beating Iowa in that Guardians NABC coaches tournament and did a great job beating 2 quality teams to win that. So that got everybody pumped up big time.
Here's a loose ball, and Kansas turns it over again. Their second miscue.
And I tell you one thing, if people are patient with Quinn Snyder, with his energy, his work ethic, his teaching ability, he's going to be a star in the coaching fraternity.
He's got a flair, doesn't he?
Yes, he really does. He's got looks, too, man. He's got IQ, a brain. He's got a master's degree. He's got a law degree. Why does he want a coach with a law degree? He's going to lose all that beautiful hair he has on his head.
Missouri is 2-3 on the road this year, and 2-3 against ranked teams. Their losses to ranked teams were to Oklahoma, Illinois, and Iowa the second time. They played Iowa twice, beat them once, lost the other.
Yeah, lost at home, really got thrashed. They don't usually lose at home in Columbia.
Nice kick out by Johnson, and Paulding buries the outside jumper.
The Motor City connection, good inside-outside action. Johnson and Paulding, a great combo.
So Missouri back in front by 1.
I tell you, I'm impressed with Missouri's talent. I can tell you that. They're talented.
Miles, nice drive for the freshman.
How good is this kid? He was a great quarterback. He was vice president of his class, great student of Morgan Wooten. He won the award because of his combination of academics and athletics as the student athlete of the year. Unbelievable.
Nice combination. Paulding a nice drive on the baseline, but he didn't finish. Loose ball, 3-on-1. Good look to the trailer.
Are you serious? That's a coach's dream. That's unselfish basketball. He learned that under Dean Smith, the Michelangelo, Roy Williams, a Rolls Royce in the coaching fraternity.
That was Wayne Simeon, a freshman, with that beautiful lead to his trailer, the senior Boshi, and it's Kansas now by 3.
372 W's. It's the most than anybody in their first 13 years of coaching.
And here's a walk inside as Bryant took an extra step.
Watch the play here. The play is Heinrich right here. Freeze it right there. He made the play, and then he kicks it right out. Look at this here. Freeze it. And then he got right here. He knows, and there's the open layup. Unbelievable. Just a great job. Just so unselfish. And that's how you win. That's how Texas Tech beat Oklahoma, being unselfish, shot selection the other night.
There's a rejection by Johnson again. He's number 1 in the conference in blocked shots, and he's shown us why here early.
What a conference this is this year in basketball. You see the block shot by the big fella Johnson inside.
He's a horse. He's 265.
He's a Mack truck, man. He's going to make an all-Mack truck team. You put that guy on the floor. He's got a body. Look at him. Carlos Boozer.
Gooden hasn't missed yet. Well, he's missed, but
he wanted to do that. Are you kidding me? Are you serious, Mr. Gooden? What an offensive rebound.
And a travel by Missouri.
That's a momentum builder. Yes, sir. Lee salutes the crowd. Oh, what a play he made there.
I said he hadn't missed yet, and when he did miss, he made sure there was somebody there to clean up himself.
Yes, sir. Nobody boxed him out. He's already to the glass. Look at him. He's right there waiting for it. That might have been a play. He might have set that up for himself.
7 out of 9. He did miss one other shot. I take it back. 14 points.
Miles does what he has to do. Get the ball to the right people. Understand the role of a point guard.
Nice drive inside. Nope. Charging foul on Collison.
Great job by Missouri rotating over. Collison in high school, he told me today, 101-1. Can you believe that? Played for his dad. You're going to take a look at it right here. There's the rotation over, no doubt about it. Good call. John Clark to be right on it. He lost one game, he said, to Mount Pleasant. He said while he was in school, they won 52-0 the last 2 years.
His dad, Dave, was a high school coach for 22 years, including coaching his son.
He retired to come and watch his son play now.
That's not a bad idea.
Not a bad idea.
5-point Kansas lead. Under 9.5 in the first half. Wide open baseline 3 goes. That's how you get right back into it, and it's Paulding.
Paulding can shoot that jumper from outside, and so can Gilbert.
Last touched. Let's see. It'll be Kansas ball.
We're going to take a look right here. We're going to watch a little tip-off by Rush. There's Paulding with the wing jump shot. They got to try to attack the basket a little more. Missouri, try to drive, create opportunities off the drive.
Gooden wants it down low, but it's The 15-footer rather by Heinrich that goes.
I'll tell you, what a nice screen. Screen away from the ball. He comes off the screen, reads the screen exceptionally well. Nobody gets over the top, and Heinrich's automatic the way he shoots.
Just a blistering field goal pace by Kansas. Tough pass inside, stolen. Here comes numbers for the Jayhawks again. Heinrich on the drive, got it, and one.
They are so well drilled fundamentally. They fill lanes the proper way. They get the 45-degree angle. Take a look coming at you right here. There's the kickoff. Gets the lane, gets the layup. They lead the nation. You can see why in field goal percentage.
Absolutely.
They always take high percentage shots. They're second in scoring in the nation. To Duke is number 1. They're number 2.
89.5 points and 50.6 on the field goal percentage that Dick was talking about as Heinrich caps off the three-point play, and now it's a 7-point Kansas lead, biggest of the night.
Connecticut's number 2 field goal percentage, followed by Mississippi State and Tennessee Tech. Jeff Lebo, hey, they're undefeated in their conference.
Gilbert got his own rebound in. Too strong the second time. He might get a third chance.
He's got to attack more. He's got to attack more.
Rush on a fadeaway. Gooden will clear the glass.
He is a major league rebounder. Gooden handles the rock really well.
Nice ball movement. Boshy's wide open for a three and missed it.
And he can shoot the three. 278, a career leader here in Kansas.
Gilbert trying to go through traffic and drew a foul.
Oh, they're going to count it? No. He's going to call it out there. Yeah, John Clark.
Yeah. Foul before the shot.
NBA, you count that. Continuation. We'll take a look right here.
Gooden with a foul. Clarence Gilbert, leading scorer right now for Missouri, but they find themselves down by 7. Kansas by 7, just under 8 minutes to play in the first half of this one, and Big Monday will continue coming up at midnight. It'll be BYU and Utah. Cougars led by Mark Bigelow face Nick Jacobson and the Utes, who look to go to 5-0 in the conference. Big Monday presented by Bud Light. That third game in our tripleheader will follow SportsCenter.
What a rivalry that is. I talked to Jimmy Dykes today about that game, and I'll tell you, Utah, you ready for this? Rick Majerus is doing a great job. They got 6 guys in their lineup in the conference shooting 50% or better from the three.
Not bad.
6 guys with 50%. Jacobson, Britton Johnson and company, Jimmy Dykes and the gang. They're going to have a great one there with BYU and Utah, who's on fire right now.
With Dick Vitale and Michelle Tafoya, I'm Brad Nessler. Allen Fieldhouse, Lawrence, Kansas on a big Monday Big 12 matchup. The hated rivals, Missouri and Kansas, having at it. Pauling for 3. Off the iron. Rebound's going to be Ballard's.
I'll tell you, any other club would be down about 15 right now. But Missouri's a talented team, and that's why they're able to be in the game here the way Kansas has started, both defensively and offensively.
Gage stripped that one out of there to force the turnover.
Nice fake.
Running jumper. Going to be short. Johnson tried to keep it alive and knocked it out of bounds. We talked about this one goes back to 1907. And this is a 244th meeting. 153-90 is Kansas lead. And you see the numbers at Allen Fieldhouse. But as Dick was talking about, 6 times in the last 6 years, Missouri has pulled off a win against Kansas. And Kansas has always been ranked when they beat them.
I'll tell you, Norm Stewart's down at Palm Springs watching. I guarantee right now he did a great job when he was at Missouri. I'll tell you that.
Good is better than good.
Yes, so he's unstoppable right now. It's a mismatch. Nobody can handle him inside. Quinn Snyder says, why can't I get a couple of my buddies to try and play? I'm like, Jay Billison, get my gang. Guys I played with at Duke. Hey, we got Duke versus North Carolina tonight. Roy Williams and Quinn Snyder.
That's right.
And we got that game Thursday night, Duke and Carolina. Carolina got a win yesterday, broke that losing streak against Clemson.
So here's Gooden.
And he is good. Gooden is good.
He's good and he's better than that.
Yes, sir.
3-point play. What a half.
Look at the defense right here. I'm telling you, these kids get after it.
10-point lead now. It's swelled to. Here's a 3 by Stokes. Didn't get the roll. Kansas is crashing the boards, too. And it's going to be out of bounds to the Tigers.
You know, the 2 losses they had, they lost to Ball State, Coliseum. Anderson was in all kinds of physical problems in that game with cramping.
Ball State was beating everybody at that time.
Yeah, and I don't want to take anything away from Ball State. Certainly played brilliantly out there, but he was cramping. And against UCLA, he got in foul trouble, and Matt Barnes went bananas for about 27 of them.
Nice feed on the baseline. They don't convert, and finally they do. Inside is Bryant.
UCLA played exceptionally well in that game after losing to Southern Cal. Got a great performance out of Matt Barnes.
What a drive. Wave it off. Rick Hartzell says, travel.
Good call by Rick Hartzell, one of the best in the game. AD at Northern Iowa. As you look at Roy Williams, I asked him today, what about this club compared to 97 when they went 34-2? You're going to see right here, takes a little extra step. That was the team with Pierce, with French, and one of my favorite point guards in college, John Vaughn.
And a whistle and a foul way out on top. Will be on Ballard.
That club that Roy Williams had that year was one of the special teams. They were academically solid kids. They won big. And the 2 games they lost one to Missouri in double overtime, a real heartbreaker, and they lost a tough one to Arizona in the Sweet 16 who won the national title.
And Pierce right now playing about as well as anybody in the NBA.
Oh, the best small forward in the game.
6:20 to go, first half. Here's Stokes wide open. He gave up a 3. Baseline, maybe one too many moves there.
See, Stokes should have shot that shot.
Yes, he
had a medium range jump shot. He's capable of making that shot.
Heinrich picks up the foul. Roy is saying, hey, how about a walk?
I can't wait to go down to Missouri. Brett Musburger, I'm going to be down there for Virginia. Hey, what a week Virginia has.
Yeah, they're loaded, aren't they?
They had to play Duke. They go and now play Maryland. And they got Missouri at Missouri.
That's not an easy week, Pete.
Oh, Peter Gillen. That's not Cupcake City.
Heinrich on rush, and whistle, foul inside.
What a conference this year the Big 12 is. You think about Oklahoma, who's outstanding. Forget about that game with Texas Tech. The way they played that day, Lubbock was unbelievable. But Oklahoma State, you think about Texas, the great job Rick Barnes has done without Chris Owens. You think about Kansas. I mean, what a conference it is. Incredible.
That call on Missouri was 3-second violation, no foul. Gooden and Heinrich have scored 27 of Kansas' 35 points. And here's another traveling violation. This one's on Simeon.
Simeon just playing 15 to 20 minutes a night right now. They're being very patient with his time. Coming back from surgery, from arthroscopic knee surgery. A big, strong kid out of Leavenworth.
Can't blame him on that. He was hustling for it.
Yes, he was. Leavenworth, isn't that the prison?
Yeah.
I don't want to go there.
Deep ball goes. That's what they need. It's Gilbert's 3rd of the night. And right now he's got 278 for his career. And that's the same that Boschee has.
And 279 is the Big 12 record, but he also played in the Big 8 at the time. Randy Rutherford from Oklahoma State.
So already Big 12 record-wise, these 2 guys are number 1 and number 2. But because the conference was not formed and Oklahoma State had a guy that had 279, he sort of still has the record. But it's going to fall, and it looks like it's going to fall tonight.
I'll tell you, Roy Williams, very intense. The one thing Kansas has also, 3 diaper dandies that really contribute in a winning environment. Langford, Simeon, and Miles.
Nice hustle by Heinrich, knocked it out of bounds.
He's Mr. Clutch, Heinrich. I tell you, he's a coach's dream because he does everything coaches want, plus he can stroke the ball.
Coached by his dad, Jim, as well, in Sioux City, Iowa.
You and I are going to have a lot of fun tomorrow. Kentucky and Florida.
Oh, boy.
We got the Rowdy Reptiles, the Fog Fanatics. I mean, how much does it get better than that?
Stokes works for the jumper on the baseline. A little too strong, and a rebound to Simeon.
Got to make that little shot on that baseline. We got 3 freshmen on the floor right now with Simeon, Miles, and Langford.
Langford had hurt his elbow earlier. His left elbow, he was holding on the bench. Strong move inside by Simeon. Boy, he used that 250 on that 6'9" frame.
He's got a great body. He's very active. He's very agile. They got a big one coming in named Graves next year. 6'9" and about 265 as well out of junior college.
Rush on the drive. Kareem dishes in the corner to Stokes for 3. Got it.
I'll tell you, Stokes, Rush, and Gilbert, when they're playing well, they can beat anyone in America. They gave Duke an unbelievable battle last year in the NCAA tournament.
It was a tough one for Mike Krzyzewski, who said he hated coaching against one of his guys, Wayne Snyder. Foul on on the floor before the shot.
He's got a passion, I'll tell you. There's a passion out of this kid. I call him a kid. I remember when he was playing in a Duke uniform. Nice look outside by Rush. And there's Stokes with the great look. Squares his body. He shoots it like my partner, nothing but nylon. Boy, they interviewed me today about you. I said all of these things about you. You owe me big time. Entertainment Magazine down in Columbia. Yeah. Oh, yeah, down in Columbus, Ohio. Called me up today.
I owe you so much. There's no way I have enough time to pay you back, partner.
Did you have a great time down in Kentucky going horse farm?
Did we ever?
An
unbelievable time over the weekend. Miles misses the first free throw and now some mass substitutions.
You had a better time than Tubby Smith had.
I sure did.
Oh, gee.
And, of course, that'll make that game tomorrow night on ESPN even more crucial because both Kentucky and Florida lost over the weekend in the SEC.
You know, Tubby will get them to get going. The bottom line is they got to get some point production out of Bogans and Prince. I mean, those two guys don't score. They're in trouble. They have no other scoring basically happening on a Kamara and those guys. And they defend well, but they just got to score and make plays at clutch time.
5-point Kansas lead with 4 to go first half. Trying to feed it down the low post to Johnson. We got a timeout. 3:58 till halftime.
Back at Allen Fieldhouse, you know, Kansas and Missouri have produced not only one of college basketball's greatest rivalries, but some of the greatest names in the game. I mean, you're talking about Hall of Famer Wilt Chamberlain in the 50s, All-American guard John Sunvold, 88 Consensus Player of the Year Danny Manning, Missouri's all-time scoring leader Derek Chivas, two-time All-American Rafe LaFrentz, Missouri's career rebound leader Doug Smith, 1998 Consensus All-American Paul Pierce, and Missouri's career leader in steals and assists Anthony Peeler, and that is just scratching the surface, Brad and Dick.
Boy, that's some serious talent you were talking about there.
Wow, I watched Peeler one time in a matchup go for about 40 plus. He was unbelievable, on fire in the Missouri-Kansas game.
Here's Gilbert on the drive off the glass, and he's been the offense so far for Missouri in the first half.
Gilbert did a great job, showed a lot of maturity there, pulled up and shot that little jumper rather than taking it right to the goal. He would have been called for a charge.
Kansas playing so well, and they lead by only 3.
And that's because Missouri has some real threats with Gilbert, Rush, and the ability to make the three.
Kansas to inbound. Miles will toss it in with 3:37 in the first half.
Oshie hasn't gotten any really good looks. He was 1 for 6 from the 3 in his last game. The one before that, he had 4 for 4.
Yeah, he had a season low 5 points in the win over the weekend over Texas A&M.
And he needed his jumper that game.
Collison, nice move inside. He just didn't finish. Kind of short-armed it as he went to the hole.
Yeah, he was anticipating Johnson coming over.
For the tie. Yes.
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Does he have range as a shooter?
16 for Clarence Gilbert and another 3, and that's 4 tonight.
So Boshi says, hey, anything you can do for 3, I can do better.
I think they both have 279 threes in their career right now, if I'm not wrong.
And that's pretty weird. And that ties Randy Rutherford.
How about that, huh?
Unbelievable.
2 best 3-point shooters in Big 12 history are dead even career-wise. You don't see that very often. Rush. The left hand.
That's what he's got to do more of. Even though he missed that shot, he's going to attack the basket.
Langford was so sure Kansas was going to get that rebound. He was already breaking out in transition. Now they can run a bit. Miles all the way. Leaves it for Collison inside.
I'll tell you, Miles had 11 assists against Nebraska. You can see why. He's very unselfish. Roy Williams. There he is on that sideline. A big-time winner. I tell you, I like Miles because he knows his role on the floor. We're going to watch him penetrate right here. He's going to drive, and he's going to draw, change direction, get a lane, freeze it right here. See, he's already trying to create the angle so he can get the ball inside here. And he does a great job of getting the ball inside. What a clinic I saw the other day. Attacking defenses. Unbelievable. Get a TO, baby.
At least they love you.
Oh, wow. They were great before the game.
Coming up, the Mass Mutual halftime report and SportsCenter in-game are just ahead at halftime. Brian Kenny and Digger Phelps hanging around. Brian and Digger will talk about a Big East battle that preceded us. Also, Brady or Bledsoe. Man, how many times is Bill Belichick going to be asked that question in the next 72 hours? He says, Wednesday afternoon, I'll let you know. Just leave me alone.
I'll just make the decision. Get it all over with. I'll tell you, what a great win by the Patriots. Troy Brown was absolutely absolutely sensational. Patriots to win the Super Bowl.
Oh, there you go. You had 3 more games to make that prediction this week, and you want to do it on Big Monday.
Team of destiny. I can feel it.
Tipped inside, and Boschee comes up with a loose ball. The outlet to Heinrich, and he's going to slow it. And Missouri turns it over when they were trying to cut into a 5-point lead. Heinrich on a turn. The rebound is Gilbert's. And he's been the man.
They're going to get Johnson some touches, though. Get him some touches inside.
On a runner, Paulding's been pretty good as well.
He's out of the Motor City as well. Played at Renaissance High School. Johnson played at Pershing High in Detroit.
Packed house at Allen Fieldhouse. We're under 2 minutes in the first half, and this one has been everything it was billed to be. Number 24, Missouri, and number 2, Kansas. The Jayhawks in front, and Kansas hanging right with them on the road.
Going to try to create an opportunity for Langford from that wing.
Snyder says put the brakes on Clarence, and he did. And he'll try to set the half-court play with 1:20 left in the half and 20 on the shot clock.
It's so difficult to make an adjustment from being a scorer and having a scorer's mentality to play the point.
Rush didn't get the roll, but Johnson's there for the rebound, trying to stick it back, and it's still Missouri ball.
That's a tough role for a youngster to make that adjustment. They put the ball in your hands, and they want you to get everybody else involved, and you know you can score, man. It is very tough.
So 1:09 in the half, and a 3-point Kansas lead, but Missouri can cut into that. Whoops, not that way. They're not going. Inbounds play. Rush puts it too deep for Johnson, and they just flat threw away an opportunity there.
Yeah, you don't want to give those opportunities away, not on the road. You know, it's amazing. There's only 2 teams with 1 loss right now. Cincinnati, 19 in a row they've won with that suffocating defense, and Duke is sitting there at 18-1, and only 2 teams have 2 losses. Kansas, who we're seeing here, and Perry Clark in Miami, Florida.
Great job Perry's doing in the Big East.
17-2.
And a foul down low as Gooden had it in the low block.
I don't want to cheat him. He's 18-2.
Gilbert picks up the foul. And the inbounds play. Just over a minute to go in the half.
What a great environment here. I tell you, really special. James Naismith coached here, the founder of the game of basketball in 1891.
Miles to Heinrich around a pick down the lob down low to the man of the hour. Gooden lost it going up. Nice defense by the Tigers.
Right now trying to spread the court, put it in Gilbert's hands.
There's about a 12-second difference on the shot clock in the game clock.
Miles matched up right now with Gilbert on a perimeter.
Rush loves that fadeaway, and he got it.
You can see why he loves it. I'll tell you, that's unbelievable. Very difficult to block that shot. Comes from a basketball family. Brother Jerron Rush went to UCLA. He left school too early. Fortunately, his brother didn't follow that path.
Almost unbelievably, a 1-point game with as well as the number 2 team in the country he's played, and Boschee almost lost it. Paulding hustling on defense.
Especially the way they started with Gooden on fire like they did.
Miles didn't go. Missouri's got a chance to actually lead at the break, and as good as Gilbert's been from deep, you never know. The shot doesn't go. What a first half, though. Kansas at home, holding serve, but by only a point. 43-42. Michelle Tafoya is with Quinn Snyder.
No, because you were
well, we lost Quinn to the locker room. But the Mass Mutual halftime report. Brian and Digger coming up with Sports Center in game as well. 43-42, fellas.
ESPN's exclusive presentation of NCAA basketball, presented by Bud Light, is brought to you by Mercedes-Benz, located on the web at MBUSA.com.
Mr. Naismith could appreciate this. I don't know that it would be played at the same speed as the ball that has the laces there that you're about to see in the trophy case here in Kansas. But what a first half. Everything we expected and maybe then some. Number 2, Kansas 43. Number 24, Missouri 42. Brett Nessler, Dick Vitale, Michelle Tafoya back at Allen Fieldhouse. You know, we came into this one expecting a lot. We got a lot. Gooden was better than Gooden. He was sensational. But, you know, we talk about it all the time. The great equalizer. Here's a Kansas team that shoots 59% of they're only up by 1.
They're up by 1 because Missouri did a fantastic job shooting the 3. They outscored Kansas by 6 threes that they made more than Kansas. As you're taking a look up here, highlighted, look at our 8 for 15 versus 2 for 5. That's an 18-point plus margin right there, showing once again how the three-point shot has really changed the complexion of college basketball. Gilbert did a great job shooting the 3. They got to get some scoring inside under Johnson. This is a very talented. I'm really impressed with Missouri's personnel. They're a lot better than what I anticipated.
Drew Gooden, 17 points on an 8 for 10 first half. And here he starts the second half the same way.
Why not? Why not go to him all the time? They have no answer inside the check-in. He posts up so well. You can see they do a great job teaching how to get post position.
Here's Pauling, who wasn't bad in the first half either with double figures. They do go in low. That's what Dick was talking about, but Johnson missed him. Gooden will clear it.
He's got to convert it, Sarah. Using that big body. Rush made an excellent pass.
By the way, that's Gooden's 7th rebound as well. Heinrich on a runner.
I really love this kid. I'll tell you one thing. You're picking a basketball team. You want him on your side. He guards. He makes shots. He's unselfish, and he plays with great tenacity.
The lead right back to 5, and here's a touch foul. No, it's a 5-second call. Quinn Snyder's team ended that first half in good shape, Michelle. I know you had a chance to talk to Quinn coming out of the locker room.
In transition, he said Kansas made it tough, and the Missouri defenders were losing their players they were supposed to be on in transition. Also, he said Missouri needs to work harder on offense to get the ball inside. He said we cannot win this thing being a jump shooting team, Brad.
Yep, that's what Dick was just talking about, that Johnson or somebody's going to have to do some damage inside. Here's Miles getting a weak side rebound. Heinrich for 3. Got it.
He can shoot the 3, baby. Better than 50% last year. When Snyder gets a TO. Kurt Heinrich, one of the underrated players in America. Know the name. Heinrich.
Back at Big Monday, presented by Bud Light, and nothing light about the way Kansas has started this half, Dick, a 7-0 run.
Well, they really are known for that. Roy Williams' gloves come out of the locker room. As you see Miles, he kicks it back out. He says, I want an assist, so why not give it to a guy that's a better than 50% shooter? Perfect form for you young kids out there to follow through, the great rotation.
The Heinrich maneuver.
This is going to be a team to be reckoned with come the postseason.
Heinrich with 15, including that last 3 that's put them up by 8. Trying to dish inside, and finally they do get some work done inside and a chance for a 3-point play.
And that was Clarence Gilbert. Made a great play attacking the basket, trying to get people involved as well as thinking offense. He's doing a solid job today. There he is beating the Kansas team defensively, and Johnson with the score inside. Came out of a great high school, Pershing High School, where Spencer Hayward played, Ralph Simpson, Steve Smith.
I don't know if he called glass there. I don't think he did, but he'll take it.
He called that one, baby.
That was their first trip to the free throw line. It comes almost 2 minutes into the second half, and it is a 3-point play for Johnson, and it cuts the lead to 5.
And the reason for that is they haven't gone inside. Perimeter jump shooting.
Collison comes up short in the paint, but it comes out to Heinrich. He's thinking about a 3. Realized where he was and got it to Collison. Now it's Boshi for 3. Yes!
I'll tell you what, threat shooting that jump shot. Boshi and Heinrich, great shooters.
Rush in a hurry. Didn't get it, but did get the rebound. Gilbert will try a 3. Boshi to rebound. Kansas by 8, biggest lead of this half.
Look at the excellent spacing. Great motion, the passing game, lead the nation in field goal percentage efficiency.
Gooden with a hook. Got it.
Why not? High percentage. A 10-foot shot. Oh, they are executing and playing so well. The only thing that's keeping Missouri in the game has been the trifecta. Look at the crowd. They're standing up. Oh, the Fort Fanatics.
21 for Drew Gooden. The lead is 10. That's as big as it's been. Another turnover. Offensive foul on Gilbert.
They are having a tough time getting Kareem Rush and foul. Look at Boshi shooting that jump shot. The trifecta. And then look at Gooden. Great post position. Look how he spreads really wide. Protects the basketball, the little jump hook. And there's the conversion.
Very dangerous time for Missouri right now as they trail by 10. Miles. What a move inside.
Oh, what a superb, quick crossover. Explosive out of Portland, Oregon. Jefferson High School state champs his junior year. With Michael Lee's on the team as well.
Kansas going for the juggler right now in the first 3 minutes of the second half.
This place is as loud as any place I've been in all year. They are alive and well here tonight.
Stokes dishes outside. Three-pointer. Won't go. Who's going to win the scramble? Gooden had a hand on it, and he got out of there with it. To Heinrich. To Boshi.
He'll dump it right inside.
This could be a killer. Got it!
Oh! Uncle Mo! Uncle Mo is on their side, Mr. Nessler. You're looking at the number 2 team in America.
Number 2 and playing like they want to be higher than that.
And have the ability to be higher than that. They have the ability to cut the nets down in Atlanta.
Gooden picks up the foul and the crowd momentarily quiets.
That would be one great matchup, Kansas and Duke.
You think superstars don't go to the floor on this team? Forget it.
All great teams, they do this. All great teams. You hustle, you scrap, you claw. That's why you win. You play as a team. Always make the extra pass. There'll be 6 teams this year out of this conference in the NCAA tournament. There's no doubt about that.
These are 2 of them. Oklahoma, Oklahoma State, Texas Tech. Whom are missing?
Well, you got to certainly think about Texas as well. I believe Texas, what a job Rick Barnes has done, especially after losing Chris Owens. TJ Ford, great penetrator. I tell you, they're doing a great job keeping the ball away from Rush. They're making it so tough for him to get any touches. And he's got to move a little bit better without the ball. That's one part of his game he still has to improve on. How to get free.
17-3 opener in the first 4 minutes.
And a thing of beauty, just like Barishnikov and Ballet, man. It's a thing of beauty.
Rush trying to feed the baseline. Nice pass.
I'll tell you, Green is really being unselfish, looking for the open man. Good two-man game. White playing on Gooden. He's got a tough task right here. White's got a lot of skills. Came out of California, highly rated, but didn't gain eligibility till the middle of last year. So he's really just in the infancy of his career.
Foul on Kansas, but they lead by 13. When you've been playing this series almost 100 years, it can get pretty intense. Roy Williams, 14 years of it. He knows all about it, Kansas and Missouri.
The fierceness of the competition on the court. And I think that, I was at North Carolina for 10 years, and I know how hard we played against Duke and or Virginia when Ralph Sampson was there. And yet it hasn't always been Kansas and Missouri 1-2 in the league, but it's always been Kansas and Missouri 1-2 when it came to the competitiveness of the games and how hard the kids played and how badly they wanted to win.
Right now, Kansas looks like they are playing harder and want it better, but they're, I think, just a better team right now in the last 4 minutes.
Well, you take a look right here at their records in the regular season versus each other, versus the rest of the Big 12. There's the numbers. But the bottom line, Roy Williams, 12 consecutive NCAA berths, 12 years in a row winning 20 or more games. They went to the Final Four in 91 and 93. Lead 8 and 96, got beat by Syracuse.
Boshi picks up a cheap foul on a touch of Stokes.
The one area they still have to really work and recruit is a legitimate point guard, Missouri. Bringing in a combination guard, McKinney next year from out of Vashon High School out in St. Louis, an excellent talent.
Ooh, having a little trouble getting the ball inbound. And almost lost it.
You can have a beautiful car, beautiful gold Rolls Royce. If you don't have the engine to make it go, you're in trouble.
I thought you were going to say a steering wheel.
But here's this kid being asked to be a point guard, and he is a big-time scorer, Clarence Gilbert.
Rush trying to leave it, and lost it. He's good in the outlet. Heinrich on the run. And a foul.
He's having a tough night thus far, Kareem Rush. He's got to move without the ball. He has a tendency to stand around and become too stationary.
Let's check in with Michelle.
Well, you guys, in addition to the inflated expectations this season, Quinn Snyder says the theme of his team is that they're young, and that means a little immature. He said they can look like world beaters, but they're also prone to letdowns. He said it's a team that lacks the full understanding of what it takes to play well all game, every game. And as you've been saying, as Kareem Rush goes, so go the Tigers.
Yeah, and all you have to do is have a 4-minute dry spell like they have had to start this second half, and a game can disappear on you in a hurry. And now they find themselves now by 14 and now 15 as Heinrich knocks down both free throws.
You know, Michelle said as Rush goes, they go. And their loss against DePaul, he's 5 for 18. He's 6 for 15 against Illinois. He's 4 for 18 against Iowa when they lost those 3 games in a row.
That adds up to 29%, 15 out of 51.
And that's really trouble. That means you go to the losing circle.
Whoa! Couldn't set that one all the way to the Missouri bench.
He's too important to that basketball team.
He almost sent it to the Missouri State line. Watch this one.
But the bottom line is you want to keep it in play. Good shot blockers, the great ones over the years, keep the ball in play. Bill Russell, and you think of David Robinson, and you think of all the great shot blockers. Keep it in play.
Paulding lost the handle.
Too much standing around. Missouri not getting enough motion offensively. And I saw motion on Saturday in Texas Tech against Oklahoma. When you have movement, it's very tough to defend teams on the 3rd and 4th pass if you're getting motion away from the basketball.
Only guy that scored for Missouri this half is Johnson, the big fella. That's only 5 points. Collison
cleans up. Great hands. Collison with the catch in traffic. Langford threw it off balance, but Collison with a great catch.
It's soon to get out of hand. 17-point Kansas lead.
And look at the intensity defensively.
Here's Johnson again, backing in on Collison with a hook.
Johnson's had some big games this year. 20 and 18 with the ball, 23 and 15 with Kansas State.
Quinn Snyder trying to coach him and keep him involved. Right now it's slipping away, 64 to 47.
He's such an intense competitor, and he's such a great young guy with a good basketball IQ. He will be a star, trust me, in a coaching fraternity.
He's been involved in 5 Final Fours, 3 as a player, 2 as an assistant coach. On the other end, it's a 19-point lead.
Remember that name, Simeon. He's going to be special. Simeon is going to be special in a Jayhawk uniform. He's just waiting his time. I love this crowd. You talking about a 6th man. Wow. I give him a 7th man.
Stokes, inside feed. Oh, and he missed a dunk.
Oh, that hurts.
That hurts your pride. That hurts your ego. That hurts your team.
And this hurts even more if they score here.
And they're going to go to the free throw line, and it's Johnson, and he better watch out so he doesn't get a tee. Almost sent that ball into the rafters.
Did you see the extra pass by Gooden? We're going to watch right here. He goes up really strong. Sort of loses control of the basketball. Arthur Johnson, a very good player. I'll tell you, Paulding and Johnson are going to be outstanding players. They're only in their 2nd year. Blank as well. They got a lot of good young talent, Missouri. The fans have to be patient.
Keith Langford at the free throw line. Drops in his first point.
Can't wait to see the Antlers on Sunday down there in Columbia. Quinn Snyder 2-2 in his early career with Roy Williams. There aren't many guys consider 500 with Mr. Williams.
That's for sure. You see the difference in free throws, although there has not been that many by either team. Langford drops them both down. It's a 21-point lead. 25-5 run to start this half for Kansas.
Langford's a slasher. He's a scorer.
Look at the double down low.
Got to get motion. Can't just have one guy pound the ball.
Gilbert's going to force a 3 and got it. He's been the only guy they could count on consistently. He's got 19.
He's got that great body. He hooked up with Keon Dooling, played in high school at Dillard and Fort Lauderdale. Dooling left Missouri. He's out there with the Clippers now. 13
minutes left, an 18-point lead for number 2 Kansas. Brad Nessler, Dick Vitale, Michelle Tafoya, and Allen Fieldhouse were the number 2 team in the country's put on a show. Gooden from 17. A little too strong this time.
Where are you, Mr. Rush? Not on the floor now.
And now Stokes turns it over, palmed the ball.
They go as Mr. Rush goes, and he's had a subpar
50. There's the scoring in the half. Unbelievable start in this opening 7 minutes for Kansas.
You know, it was very misleading in the first half. What kept them in the game, and Quinn Snyder addressed that with Michelle, the three-point shot, playing on the perimeter. And he said, we're not going to win this game shooting jump shots. We got to get tougher.
Super Tuesday tomorrow on ESPN with 2 rivalry week dandies at 7. Big Ten battle, number 12 Illinois and Ohio State. Buckeyes trying to stay atop the Big Ten. And then Dick and I will be at the O-Dome in an SEC matchup. It's Florida and Kentucky. Catch the action on Super Tuesday tomorrow night on ESPN.
Yeah, the rowdy Reptiles will be going bananas down there. We'll get a chance to see them. Illinois got beat by 30.
30 by Indiana. Yeah.
31. Indiana made 17 trifectas.
There's why that game tomorrow night is so important. In the east of the SEC, Kentucky and Florida both coming off losses. Georgia lost too, but they need to try to move up now as you're getting down to nitty-gritty time in conference play.
I'll tell you, Vanderbilt gets no publicity, but they're a solid club at 13-6. Beat Georgia the other day.
There was a bunch of 2-point games in the SEC, and then Kentucky lost to Alabama by 3 at Rupp. So a lot of strange happenings in the SEC. It's not easy any place. Gilbert, short.
See, now they're going to start pumping threes all over the place.
Stokes now brings it back out. 15 on the shot clock. Paulding on the drive. And he's fouled.
Snyder was one of the early stars in the era down there at Duke University. Roy Williams, 10 years under Dean Smith at North Carolina. Graduated at North Carolina. Coached our buddy Brad Doherty in high school.
The winningest percentage, 3rd highest among active coaches.
His numbers are absolutely frightening when you look at his numbers. 372 wins in 13-plus years. I mean, I'm not a mathematical genius, but I'll tell you, that's about 27 or 8 wins a year.
See, you talk math. Don't shortchange yourself.
Yes, it's great.
That ninth grade remedial math comes back to help you all the time.
I'll tell you what, they had some great kids back in East Rutherford, New Jersey, Franklin School.
Paulding got them both.
That's a lot of years ago, Brad. I had a few strands of hair at that time.
I've met some of your players.
Yeah.
That's a strange group.
Great bunch of kids.
And out of bounds to Missouri.
I love these environments where basketball, there's such a passion, the fans, the coaches, the players.
You know, you think about it, I know where you were over the weekend. I spent time at Rupp Arena Saturday night, Allen Fieldhouse Monday, the O-Dome on Tuesday in Gainesville. That ain't bad.
That's not bad at all. Not bad at all. I was with the mayor of Lubbock, Bobby Knight.
Gilbert missed inside. Rebound comes off. Oshie on the run.
Great spacing. 15, 17 feet apart. Very tough to double up. He understands his role, this kid Miles. He just understands his role.
Allison strong inside, just couldn't quite finish, and Paulding will clear the glass and try to bring it for the Tigers on the run. All the way. Nice drive.
He's going to be a big-time star. He's got star ability. He and Johnson both.
The other way.
Out of control.
Yep, way out of control for Langford.
That's a freshman mistake right there. Totally out of control. He'll be coming out, and Heydrich will be coming in.
All Kansas in the second half, though, and Missouri trying to hang in there, down 15 with 11 minutes, 12 seconds remaining from Lawrence. Back at Big Monday, presented by Bud Light, a 15-point lead for the number 2 team in the country, and looking all of that number 2 ranking as you take a look at the top 10.
Well, you take a look at that top 10. Cincinnati with 19 in a row. Unbelievable defense. McElroy and Stokes on the wings. Outstanding defensive players. Logan, sensational. We'll see Virginia on Sunday against Missouri. They got a date, though, before that to worry about. A date with Maryland and Florida, who loses to Arkansas. There's a team. You watch Arkansas in the postseason. They're a team I'd want to stay away from in the SEC tournament. And the kid, Hargo, had 35 as they won that game in overtime against Florida.
As you saw the lower part of that ranking ranking Alabama has found out how to win on the road now. They're going to be dangerous. And Syracuse was in the 10th spot, and they lost tonight in the game that preceded us to Georgetown rather handily. So they're going to slip down a little bit next week.
You saw Alabama. I think one of the reasons they're improved is they have now Mr. Maurice Williams.
Will Williams, their point guard, has certainly helped their cause.
Yeah, he knows how to play at the point. There's Stokes out of control right there. Lost his starting role. Boy, Williams with a solid staff. Neil Doherty, Joe Holiday. Neil Doherty's a guy that's going to get a lot of calls for jobs.
Down on the low block, Gooden trying to swing around. Had it pinned off the glass by Johnson. Nice block by the big fella.
He's very agile and mobile for a big guy. Very soft on his feet.
Rush on a fadeaway. Got it.
They need that. He was 3 for 13 up to that moment. Kareem Rush. They really go as he goes. They feed off. Look at that quickness. Look at that quickness.
Nobody cut him off at the pass.
Hey, can you imagine? He must have been unbelievable as a rollout quarterback.
Yes.
He was unbelievable speed and quickness. And he defends really well.
Goes down there. I thought there was a whistle. There wasn't. Stokes knocks down the jumper.
You know, reminiscent of him going down with the ball in his hands against Ball State in that game when he slipped at the end of the game.
Collison pull-up jumper. Yes.
What an inside-outside combo. He's been quiet tonight, but he's just a solid winner. Nick Collison. He and Gooden, I really believe, are the best 1-2 combination on a baseline.
That was a pretty big shot because Missouri had quietly cut it down to 13. Rush on a fadeaway from 3, and he doesn't get it, and Collison will clear it. Kansas with 9:40 left. 73-58 here at Allen Fieldhouse. In front of a packed house with Dick Vitale and Michelle Tafoya. I'm Brad Nessler. Heinrich got another 3.
He has got a beautiful stroke. He really does. He's got a beautiful. That's not just an accident. He's not a street shooter. He can flat out shoot the J.
Like I told you, it's the Heinrich maneuver. He's got 20.
And thank God for the Heinrich maneuver, or I wouldn't be sitting with you.
You got to stay away from those pretzels at ball games. Stokes had a notion, and Miles tapped it away from him momentarily.
See, everybody stands when one guy has the basketball. Don't get enough player movement.
Gage had it blocked inside by Collison. Here's a lob to Gooden.
What a great pass.
Chance for a three-point play.
What a great look. Oh, they love it here in Lawrence. They love this team, and you can see why. They're so unselfish. This is a special basketball team, people. This is one of America's premier basketball teams. And how to play the game. Play together. Give up the ball. Run the court. Defend. If you don't like this, you don't like basketball. But certainly if you're a Missouri fan, you don't like it.
That's right. Drew Gooden, 23, a chance to make it 24, and does.
Missouri can't let this game psychologically get them down after tonight. They got to regroup, and you got to understand there are a lot of teams going to get pounded by this club. And they got a date in Columbia. Could be different, like it's been the last 2 years.
Michelle, the NBA scouts, are they drooling on Gooden?
Oh, they certainly are. They say that he's playing exactly as they expected him to play. They knew what they were getting with Gooden tonight, but they've also been impressed with Kirk Heinrich. Now, one scout talked to me about Kareem Rush. He said he's improved a lot from last year in terms of his decision-making, but he needs at least one more year to work on his guard skills. But absolutely, they love Drew Gooden, and Kirk Heinrich getting some points here tonight, guys.
And Heinrich's going to step to the free throw line.
I think the one area that he has to work on more than ball handling skills is the art of moving without the basketball. That is a special art. Too many players that are talented think all they got to do is pound the ball to the floor. I'll tell you who's moving without it right now. Carlos Boozer. He's averaging 23 points a game and 12 rebounds in his last 6 games.
John Clockerty's talking about who's going to shoot the free throws. Heinrich was up there to shoot free throws, and they're going to have to give it up to Gooden. There's Heinrich knocking down the 3. He's got a season high tonight at 20. But it's Gooden, his partner, that's going to the free throw line.
To win big and to have a chance to win an NCAA title, you got to have 3 legitimate big-time guys that can help you score and win. And they have that with Heinrich, Gooden, and Collison. You look at all the great teams, they possess that, Brad. You can't get away with just 1 or 2 guys.
Gooden with 25, the leading scorer in the Big 12, showing why. Drops in both free throws.
Only 13 teams out there in conference play that are undefeated. Missouri had a great win over Xavier when Rush was 24 and 12 off the glass. Beat a good Xavier team with David West, who's such an important part of that Xavier team that's on an unbelievable run right now, Fat Modest Club.
The lead has swelled to 23 with 8:20 to play.
And Missouri's had some good wins this year, beating Alabama, beating Iowa, beating Xavier.
8 on the shot clock. Rush working against Heinrich. Fades to that baseline again, and he drops it in.
See, his scoring is basically off the dribble. He's got to learn to use the screen, come up without the basketball, run some curl moves. Coaches are really trying to work with him in that area. Talking to Lane Odom, Tony Harvey. He's got a solid staff there at Missouri.
Trying to feed the low post, and taking it out of bounds was Missouri's. It'll be Kansas ball when we come back, and they lead by 21.
ESPN's exclusive presentation of NCAA basketball is presented by Bud Light. For the great taste that won't fill you up and never lets you down, make it a Bud Light.
Heinrich, the big three. This team, number 2 in the country, they'd like to add another banner to the rafters of Allen Fieldhouse to match their last championship. As we flash back, Oklahoma and Kansas, Coach Tubbs' team, a running, gunning bunch of Sooners. And they were looking good, but it was Danny and the Miracles who had the last laugh. Danny Manning with the throwdown, and Larry Brown's Kansas team a winner for the national championship in 88-83 to 79.
That was an outstanding basketball game. When you look at Oklahoma that year with Mookie Blaylock, and they had Ricky Gray, Stacey King and company, but it was Danny Manning and the gang, as you said, Danny and the Miracles. They were 12-8 at one time, thinking about the NIT.
Yep.
12-8.
Heinrich with a backdoor cut. Collison almost got it to him. He got it to Gooden instead. A rebound off the misses. Rush.
He's got great skills with the ball in his hand. He's got to give it up and cut without it. He has a tendency to give it up and then stand.
Heinrich all over him defensively, forced a bad pass and a turnover. Gooden, what a pass that was. And inside it goes, dropped by Langford, and a chance for a three-point.
Well, Langford is a scorer. He's got scoring ability. He attacks the basket. He's a diaper dandy. Nice pass by Gooden. There's the big guy showing his passing skills. And there's the drive by Langford. Lays it on the glass, left-handed.
He'll go to the free throw line. Langford, a freshman out of Fort Worth, Texas.
Boy, Williams got to really be pleased. Look him smiling. He must be really pleased. And Joe Holiday smiling. I can't believe it. They can't play much better than they've played here in the second half. I'll tell you that. They put on a performance, an A-plus performance here in the second half.
They have the biggest advantage they've had all night with 7:20 left. Roy can sit comfortably, I think, at least for a while. He's up 24.
Right now, if you're Quinn and his kids, they just can't quit. They got to just keep battling and battling, play certain spurts, play like in 5 minutes.
Yep, 5-minute segments. Well, at 2-minute segments, maybe. They're running out of 5-minute segments. There's only 7 to go. And possession will stay with Missouri, but good hustle defensively by Boshi and company.
No chance of coming back in this game. I can flat out tell you that, Mr. Nessler.
Collison gets a standing O over there from the student section.
This club has been on fire. They're defending really well.
Rush, quick move inside, and he scores.
He's got scoring ability, there's no doubt. He averaged 21 a game last year. He's had a lot of big moments this year as well.
He's got a quiet 13 right now.
Yeah, you can't really get down on a kid and say every time they lose it's his fault. Certainly not his fault. His teammates are involved as well, but he's so important to the team.
Good in the kick out. Boshi to Heinrich. Got it!
Boshi and Heinrich. You do it, I'll do it. Doesn't matter. The bottom line is we are going to produce. There's no stopping this Jayhawk team tonight. Like the James Naismith would be mighty proud, the inventor of the game who coached at Kansas and had a losing record. He'd be smiling watching him play.
They'd have an awful busy guy clearing out that peach basket tonight. 87 to 62. Gooden feeds down low. gives it up to his teammates, and a foul on the baseline.
How unselfish is that right there? I mean, look at Boshi. Gonna give it up. He says, I know you feel it tonight, Kirk, so I'm gonna give it up, and you're gonna buy me some lunch tomorrow because you're gonna be BMOC, big man on campus here in Lawrence.
This is the third game in 6 days for Kansas, and they get a little bit of a breather after tonight. They don't play again until Saturday, so they win as decisively as it appears they're going to have a nice couple days ahead of them. It's not like they won't practice tomorrow, but Wayne and Margaret Simeon looking out as their son is at the line.
Yeah, right, a local kid from Leavenworth. Talked to Max Falkenstein, 56 years behind the microphone, one of the legends of broadcasting. And he told me their journey's been unreal. North Dakota, they've been to Princeton, New Jersey, Hawaii, Maui, they've been to California. They've been traveling all year.
That North Dakota thing wasn't too good to them because of the flying conditions. They ended up traveling 13 hours to get back home.
They went there because of Boshi, wanted to give him a chance to play. That's something that he learned under Dean Smith.
Boshi out of Valley City, North Dakota, got to play at home, and he had a great game in that one. As a matter of fact, had a season high 23. Tonight he has 13. Heinrich has 23. Gooden has 26. And Gooden has another rebound and another double-double, and that's 16 for the year.
I got a feeling Virginia better lace them up on Sunday. This is going to be an angry basketball team, Missouri.
Gooden feeds Simeon down low, and he got mugged again. This time Stokes got it.
That was a great game last year, but I'm going to tell you one thing. Peter Gillen's club better come down there ready to play, because I got a feeling in Columbia the Antlers are going to be going bananas, and they are going to be flat out ready emotionally to bounce back from this unbelievable situation here tonight. Look at this, 3 for 3 at the line. You know why? Very simple. You want to stand and shoot jump shots, and Quinn Snyder had talked about that. You got to attack the basket. You can't just be a perimeter shooting team.
Simeon's got 7 points as Rush comes back in. And a huge ovation for Gooden as he goes to the Jayhawk bench. The Simeon kid started at the Kansas basketball camp, Dick, when he was in 6th grade. You think he's been around this program a while, wanting to wear this uniform?
That's where you get a little familiar with the youngster. You get a chance to recruit him.
And he gives him some toughness with that wide body, about 260, 265, and he knocks down both free throws, and this one is way out of hand. 91-62. Johnson, the kick out. Here's Paulding for 3. Nope, up and over.
Paulding, certainly Johnson, they got to attack the basket, but they got to have guards and get them the ball on the inside so they can really take it to the goal. The bottom line is you're not going to go to the free throw line and get opportunities, easy points, just shooting jump shots.
Kansas over its season average now. They came in averaging 89.5 a game, as Dick said earlier, second only to Duke. They've got 91 on the number 24 team in the country. Here's a kick out by Heinrich. Three-pointer and room to go. Brian Nash, everybody getting in on the act. And now you know the crowd is smelling 100.
Nash, very active defensive player, has good quickness. They all feed off one another.
Inside. Ferguson got that one, his first basket.
Ferguson did a great job on the inside, really was aggressive.
Collison goes to the hole with the left hand.
Shows that he can use either hand. Got that nice step to the basket, 101 and 1. Unbelievable in high school.
Now Collison's in double figures.
And good at leading the cheers on the sideline.
Pull-up jumper, deep ball by Gilbert. He had a lot of those in the first half, and he's going to get the loose ball after the miss. Now Rush will try one. They miss a couple outside the arc. Kansas trying to hustle for the rebound and couldn't get it down in the corner. 4:15 left here. Super Bowl edition from New Orleans of SportsCenter. Rich Eisen, Steve Levy, and the gang. Super Bowl teams have arrived. The question of the night: championship MVP in the spotlight on this game. Kansas and Missouri in the spotlight, shining brightly right now. The number 2 team in the country with 96 points.
Just outstanding performance. There's no other way to describe it. Defensively, offensively, shot selection. If you had a chart and evaluate their efficiency, it's been A+ all night long from the moment the game started. And the only reason it was close at halftime, it was yes sirree, the differential at the 3. Gilbert kept them in the game. They made 8 threes versus only 2 for Kansas.
But came out with a renewed commitment to start the second half. A 25-5 run to start the second half. So if you're just joining us, a 43-42 halftime game has become what we have now with 4:08 left. 96-64. And there's the guy that had the huge night, 26 points, 10 rebounds. And as I mentioned earlier, a Big 12 leading 16th double-double on the season.
And certainly a first-team All-American. He would make my first team top 5 in the nation.
That three-pointer won't go for Heinrich. Collison gets a tough rebound. Trying to leave it on the baseline. Simeon goes strong again and drew a foul.
Always looking for one another. Always thinking about getting a better shot. Getting that high percentage shot, and that's why they lead the nation in field goal percentage.
Allen Fieldhouse in Lawrence, Kansas has been rocking since 3 hours before this thing started, and it continues to do so as their team has run away here in the second half from Missouri. And en route to its 18th victory in 20 outings. First half, it was 43-42. You can see what it's become in the second half, courtesy of a near-perfect performance here in this 17 minutes, or almost 17 minutes, by Kansas. Simeon knocks down both free throws. What a night for the Jayhawks.
Well, in Durham, North Carolina, they have Krzyzewskiville. Here in Lawrence, well, you could call it, I guess, the campground at Allen Fieldhouse. The students started lining up for Missouri tickets on Sunday. No, not yesterday, a week ago Sunday. Some of them told me this is the biggest game of the year, several calling it their Super Bowl. They've been hanging out here all day long for over a week. So, as you've noticed, even sleeping through some of it, but even with the 34-point lead, none of them are leaving. Yep, they camped out for 8 days, Brad, and they're not going anywhere.
Wow. Better go to class. You better go to class. I'm going to lay on you in the next minute or two my top 5 in the nation right now. If I had to pick my 5 best players in the country, my all Rolls-Royce team.
Rush missed a 3.
And I got a feeling one of them's in this house.
I agree with you. Kansas has 5 players in double figures, led by Gooden with 26. Left as Collison misses on a baseline drive. And that 3 does go. Pauling's good shooter.
Yeah, Ricky Pauling, I like him. I like his ability, his agility. I like this Missouri team. I think they're going to bounce back. They ran into a buzzsaw tonight. Remember, last year they lost here big and then came back and beat Kansas down in Columbia.
Collison, baseline, hook, chance for a 3-point play.
Just take a look how it changes. All you have to do is look at Oklahoma. They beat Texas Tech by 26. They got beat by them. There's Gooden right there showing his variety of ways of scoring. Offensive rebound, attacking the basket, posted inside, baseline jumper.
Would he be one of your best players?
Oh, no doubt about it. No doubt about it. Here, I'm going to give you my top 5. I want you to tell me what you think of these 5. I'm going to go my backcourt, Jason Williams, without a doubt, and Juan Dixon of Maryland. That's my backcourt. Then I'm going to go with Mr. Gooden up front, and then I'm going to talk about a guy, David West. Remember, he is outstanding. A lot of people don't know about him at Xavier. They've won 10 in a row, and he's the key reason on the inside. And my 5th guy, Michael Dunleavy. That's my top 5 in the nation. If I were voting today on my Rolls-Royce Super 5.
Can't argue with you, too. Pauling missed an outside jumper. His last shot, by the way, was just inside the 3-point line.
Can you imagine? I'm just thinking about this here. I mean, can you imagine? Duke might have 3 in the top 6 because Carlos Boozer's not far behind.
And now here comes Langford and Miles out to a standing ovation.
You got to credit the coaching staff at Kansas. Roy Williams and his guys had this club really prepared. Was in his office today, had his buddy there, Jerry Bell, played at North Carolina in the early 70s. Was the head of commerce there for a while, and he was in his office, and you could see just Roy was so proud to have a former North Carolina guy there with him.
Ballard trying to kick out on the baseline. Spin move and a good one, but too strong on the shot, and the ball loose. Inside. Whoa.
Oh, somebody tell them they're winning like they are.
Nice hustle.
Oh, yeah, that's why you win, though. Kids hustling, scrapping, and are only winning right now by by 24.
Who did we lose on press row? Let's see. Duck.
They're winning by 32, man. I look up the board and I saw the wrong numbers. 32.
There we go. Everybody's got their seat back. Well, no, not really.
Winning by 32 and just diving in the stands. That's impressive.
That is.
That is impressive. You better believe a coach will show the kids that, too.
Ball last touch by Missouri. Out of bounds to Kansas. Jeff Carey will inbound in the backcourt with under 2 minutes left. It's 101 to 69.
Jeff Carey's been around the program 4 years. Big guy has given him a lot of good minutes throughout his career coming off that bench.
Dad was a standout player for Missouri, as a matter of fact, in the mid-60s.
Well, you know, Missouri's had a tough time since '94, getting by the second round. In '95, they beat Indiana and then lost when Tyus Edney went the length of the court. Miracle.
Speak of Jeff Carey, and he delivers.
That was the UCLA, and then UCLA went on with Jimmy Herrick and won the national title. '99, they lost to New Mexico the first round. 2000 lost to Carolina, and last year beat Georgia by a point and lost a tough one to Duke. And I think that's where the expectations started last year with that tough effort against Duke. And people got a little carried away.
Well, that says it all. Sports Center indeed is next. Post-game coverage will follow on ESPN News, including, I'm sure, what will be a happy Roy Williams news conference in the Kansas press area.
Yes,
this team's en route to its 18th win, 5 straight. They'll be 5-1 against ranked teams, and more importantly for Roy, I know he'd tell you, we're going to be 7-0 in the conference.
And more important, he's going to really be excited about the effort and the unselfishness of his kids tonight. You and I are going to be en route. We're going out to Gainesville tonight.
We got to head to Florida. We got more hoops tomorrow.
Yes, sirree.
On a Super Tuesday, Kentucky and Florida tomorrow night. That'll be after Illinois, Ohio State.
I get to see my granddaughter tomorrow, too. Sydney. Oh, 6 months old down in Gainesville, Florida.
Bring her to the game. We'll make her a rowdy reptile. 1 minute left in the ball game from Lawrence.
What a brilliant performance, as well as any team I've seen this year play. This performance here.
I agree.
It has just been brilliant from the opening right to the end.
They hustled on both ends. They blocked shots. They rebounded, and they shot lights out, especially early. Throwing it away there.
It would be a major, major, big-time show. Duke and Kansas hooking up.
Inside drive. Nice shot by Najib Eccles.
Eccles, the kid, came out of Chicago. Big-time reputation as a steal.
3-pointers and air ball. And 20 seconds left.
Well,
Kansas victory.
It's been fun to be out here at Rock Chalk Jayhawk land.
Lee had it blocked. Picked up in midair by Carey, and he's got 4.
Gets the loose ball. Carey scores on the inside. 4 big ones.
That could be the last one. It's 105-73.
He said, Daddy, we beat your alma mater. We beat your alma mater. It's been all Kansas tonight. It's been all Rock Chalk Jayhawk.
Quinn Snyder and Roy Williams meet with a handshake, but number 2 Kansas looked all of that tonight at home. All of that tonight at home. And the star of the show with another double-double, Drew Gooden. The hero tonight, one of many for the Jayhawks. 105-73 was the final. That's going to wrap it up from Lawrence. Sports Center's coming up next. Final score, Kansas 105, Missouri 73. This has been a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports. For more, log on to ESPN.com. For now, for Michelle Tafoya and Dick Vitale, Brad Nessler from Allen Fieldhouse. Good night from Lawrence.